especially when he's playing with a not banged up shoulder, but had surgery on the shoulder and is rehabbing it. It's kind of weird, but it was funny to me. The funniest part of the day when Jeremy Banks is running full steam, and he sees the non-contact jersey, and instead of letting up, he tries to run Will Ignat over.
Absolutely, that's what you got to do. Well, if you're Jeremy Pruitt and you have someone like Will Ignat who can get more reps and play, but you still don't want to allow him to be injured, get injured even more, you got to put these dudes in non-contact. I don't care what position they play. Callaway, you allow him to work on time and for him to get more work in, but you don't want him to take hits or get hurt. So you got to play. Either you play him or you don't play him at all. And if you don't play him at all, not only does it hurt a guy like Will Ignat, but it hurts his teammates around him, so that way they can get used to playing with Will Ignat. So it's part of the spring game. There's a bigger picture. The bigger picture is you play this fall, and there's a lot of guys who
windows and doors not open properly, or are there gaps where the floor and walls meet? Don't worry, B-Dry offers approved foundation repair solutions like steel I-beams, helical piering, epoxy injections, carbon fiber applications, and more. Make sure that your home is on stable ground with B-Dry. Call them at 865-588-0454 or find them online at bdry.com.
In debt? In too deep? Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union says, stop treading water and get out of the deep end. If you've got debt, make a splash and come get some cash. If Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union can refinance your car, boat, camper, motorcycle, credit cards, personal or home loan, they'll pay you up to $500. So come take the plunge right now. Refinance your loans. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union will pay you. 5 convenient locations. Visit atfcu.com. Equal housing lender.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain event.
Guess what time it is? My time. You can check your iPhone. Better say it's our time.
With your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 pounds and a Ric Flair.
SwainEvent, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Hope you have a great morning. It is 3 minutes past the top of the hour on Wednesday. My goodness, the month is flying by. April the 24th. Before you know it, it's going to be May. And then before you know it, it's going to be SEC Media Days. And then the football season, and then SEC championship game. It's gonna fly by, man. I'm telling you.
Forget all that.
It's gonna fly by. It happens every single year.
My wedding's gonna be here before I know it.
Every single year. It's gonna be here, man. It's gonna be here. The good man Seth Stokes is getting married here in 3 weeks, so it's gonna be here before you know it. Both of y'all
getting married. Yes, baby. Right. Get ready to go. Get ready. That should be your go-to phrase. 865-200-5503 is our number to the B-Dry Waterproofing Hotline. Some college football news and notes that we must get to because it may affect Tennessee. When was the last time Tennessee's been in an overtime game? When's the last time that Tennessee's been in an overtime game? Because if Tennessee finds themselves in a game that goes past regulation, the new rule changes may affect them. And man, are they pretty silly. Let's just hope that an overtime game does not reach the 5th overtime. Let's just hope. Because if it does, according to the new rule, if overtime reaches the 5th overtime, then teams will just alternate 2-point attempts at the, what is that, the 2.5 yard line?
I believe so. I don't like that rule.
Yeah, I mean that sounds fun.
I don't know. I guess some excitement could come from it. I guess it'll be college football's version of penalty kicks in soccer and a shootout in hockey. I guess that will be college football's version where each team gets a shot. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of it. I guess the likelihood of it reaching that point is slim to none. But I don't know. I've always preferred that college football keep its overtime rules, but instead of starting at the 25-yard line, let's start at the 50. That's how I would like for overtime to be. But and one day when I become the Caesar of college football, I will make those rule changes. It'll be one of the first 10 to 15 things I do.
I mean, I'm cool with the 25-yard line start. How about after the 3rd overtime, you force both teams to go for 2-point conversions? And not starting at the 2-point conversion line, but simply forcing them to go for 2 instead of kicking a field goal. How about you do that? Or after the 2nd. But, I mean, if you're trying to get out of the stadium and end the overtime as quick as possible after the 5th or 6th overtime, I don't know if putting the ball at the 2.5 yard line is going to help with that. I mean, that's not that much. That's not that much space. Bless you, bless you, bless you.
Thank you.
So, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I guess
I think it's I think it's one of those situations like the NCAA is like, hey, we got to change some rules this year. What do we change? Hey, I got it. Let's mess with the overtime rule. Well, it's already pretty good. Why change it? Well, guys, we have to change it because we change things every single year. Well, all right, let's do this. Let's just change it to put the ball at the 2-point conversion line. Yeah, let's just do that, man. That's a nice change. I mean, it's to me, it's kind of pointless, but
I think I agree with you. I think some of the reasoning behind wanting to change the rules up is because of the fact that LSU and Texas A&M went 7 overtimes last year. I believe the final score was 74-72. I believe LSU won that game. They snuck out of College Station with a win, but I think part of the motive to change the rule was so that the athletes don't have to go through 7 overtimes.
Oh, yeah, because, the athlete's well-being is so important.
Oh, the NCAA will be on for what today?
Yeah, I mean, the athletes, you don't want them playing football late at night. They got class the next morning, right?
Well, two mornings.
No, man, the next morning. I mean, you got to study. You got class. You got your education so important on the Sunday. Yeah, man.
The church.
Yeah. NCAA do not care about church.
I know.
They don't care about church. But it's all about the student athlete. Didn't you see the commercial during the NCAA tournament? Did you see the guy that looked so happy? He looked so happy. He didn't look sore at all. I mean, you know how you engage in physical activity the day before and you wake up, you're super sore? Like super, super sore. Especially if you are not in shape or you stop playing sports or stop doing anything and then you get back into it. The next day after getting it in the day before, you're sore. Why during the NCAA tournament commercial, why was a young man sore? He looked pretty good to me.
Why was he not in an ice bath?
I mean, you got to be in an ice bath if you're a student athlete. That's
I
like
agree.
a prerequisite.
Yeah, but do you give any credence to the fact that 7 overtimes is putting a lot on student athletes' bodies?
Oh, it definitely does. I played in a 5 overtime game against Alabama.
What was that the most tired after a game that you've been in?
Not really, because I didn't finish the game because I had a hip pointer.
Oh, that's right.
So,
do you think it would have been?
Oh yeah, I do know this though. Because of the 5 overtime game, our Monday practice was different than any other Monday practice that season. It was basically like playing 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like we were playing ETSU or UTC or someone like that. It was Alabama. It was a physical football game. I mean, a real physical game. This is before the whole spread the ball out, throw the ball 40 times. This was pounding the rock type of football. And we didn't have a lot of physical practice the next week. Normally, you are required to have 2 lifting days. So you get 3 days to lift twice. So you get Sunday, Monday. You get 4 days. You get Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And you must lift 2 times in those 4 days during the season. We were only required to lift 1 time that week. So you got 4 days to lift once. And then Monday's practice was basically like a walkthrough. When normally Monday's practice was we worked on goal line offense on Mondays. So it was like playing in 2 games against Alabama there in 2003. I remember in 2002 when Jason Witten in Arkansas played against when Tennessee and Arkansas matched up and Witten had the walk away touchdown in the 7 overtimes. I think that was 02.
I believe so.
02, 01, one of the years.
I think it was 02.
But it's been a while since Tennessee's played in an overtime game. Was it 2000?
They didn't play any this past season.
No, not this past season.
2017. I guess Georgia Tech to open the 2017 season.
Yeah, that's
was the last one, and then the time before that was Appalachian State.
Ooh,
No. They played 2. No, A&M was the year before that. I was thinking A&M and Appalachian State was in the same year, but
it was.
16.
App State was the first game of the season.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
App
right.
State was the first game of the season.
That's right. And then they played A&M a couple games later, and that went into overtime.
I remember A&M because we should have went for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the road, man. You're actually lucky to be in the game. You had 5 or 6 turnovers in that game. We couldn't stop a nosebleed. They couldn't stop a nosebleed. Bart Scott couldn't stop a nosebleed. And he came up with the whole phrase, "Can't stop a nosebleed." No one can stop a nosebleed that day.
You had Alvin Kamara making these ridiculous plays and then fumbling at the end, at the 5-yard line.
I mean, it was a great game.
I knew it wasn't Tennessee's day when Alvin was making that play that he did to get all the way down the field and then was fumbling at the 5-yard line.
It was a great game, just for the casual football fan, but for Tennessee fan, it
and then you had
sucked.
the hustle play from, was it Malik Foreman?
Yep.
Running down the sideline and
running down Trevon Williams,
who is probably the fastest back. Well, one of the fastest backs in this draft class.
Yeah, football speed. He is smoking. He ran like a 4.5 40. I was actually surprised. I thought he was going to run a little bit lower or a little bit faster. NFL draft is tomorrow. Ben, are you excited for replacing some guys on your Steelers roster?
Oh, I am excited to replace Antonio Brown now that we've got that cancer off the team.
The Raiders, they look like a hot mess. They have a couple first-round picks, but looks like the Raiders got rid of all of their not all of them, but most of their folks that's going to be there on draft day because they don't know who to trust. The Titans is a hometown team that's picking. It's going to be outrageous there in Nashville. I think they are expecting about 100,000 people to attend the draft. Fans all over. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. Really happy for the city of Nashville. Really, really cool city, growing like crazy, and it's right down the road. I was talking to someone yesterday who's making a trip from Knoxville to Nashville just to party. He was asked, "Hey, so is your team the Titans?" No, I'm just going to Nashville to party.
They are going to be partying in traffic.
Yeah. So is your team the Falcons? No, just going to party.
Does he or she have a team?
I don't know. He did not mention he had a team. All he mentioned was, I'm going to Nashville to party. That was the reason. Not to cheer the Steelers pick or boo the Bears pick or cheer the Falcons pick or boo the Titans pick. I'm just going to party. That was his answer.
They're going to be partying in traffic.
Well,
I would not want to be in Nashville this weekend unless I had one of those fancy passes to get into the draft.
You just stay downtown, man. Have a good time and leave when everybody else leaves, I guess.
It's going to turn into a Coachella downtown Nashville.
It might.
Everybody's going to have to be showering in the streets.
It might, man. Nashville got it going on right now. 865-250-503, B-Drive Waterproofing Hotline. Man, why did you do that to that boy, Dame Lillard? Oh, my goodness. Russell Westbrook, man, won't be able to sleep this summer. He will not be able to sleep this summer. 865-250-503, B-Drive Waterproofing Hotline. We'll be right back. Take our first break of the day.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Top 100 Barbecue Restaurant Dead End Barbecue is the best place in Knoxville to get your barbecue fix. With new specials and a new menu, there is something for everyone. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, try the Smokehouse Stew. Thursday through Saturday, the Hillbilly Chili is where it's at. Don't forget the half-off wings on Tuesdays from 4 to 8 p.m. and the salmon plate on Friday. The people spoke and Dead End listened, adding Dead End Society favorites like the Bernie Mac, Randall's Kitchen Sink Burrito, and the Barbecue Cheddar Meatloaf to the menu full time. Whether it's a game day or any day, at Dead End Barbecue, the mouth-watering barbecue search is over.
Do you want a custom-themed tumbler or bottle to show off your team spirit every day of the week? Well, look no further than Game Time Sidekicks. Every design has you, the fan, in mind. Their tumblers and bottles are double-walled, vacuum-insulated stainless steel, and their quality is second to none in the market. From stainless steel sippy cups to tumblers and sports bottles, Game Time Sidekicks offers something for the fan of all ages to rep their team with. They have many different logo options, so fans will have something they are proud to carry around all the time. Use promo code SWAIN at checkout to get 20% off of your entire purchase at GameTimeSidekicks.com. They also offer $5 flat rate shipping. Be sure to check out the Game Time Workshop on the website and customize your tumbler to make it one of a kind with things like your nickname, number, or initials. Game Time Sidekicks. Show your colors and carry your team.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
Are you looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? If so, then call me, Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty. I take a no-nonsense approach to the real estate transaction. No fluff, just facts. Having lived and worked in the Knoxville area for 19 years, I am very familiar with the local real estate landscape and am ready to help you get the most money for your property with the least amount of hassle in the shortest amount of time. No one likes for their home to sit on the market for months at a time. If a straightforward approach to your real estate needs is what you prefer, then give me a call. Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty at 865-694-5904 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. You pull over, step out of your car, and the next thing you know, you're being arrested for driving under the influence. Now what do? We all should be responsible. But remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza at 865-540-8300. The investigative teams at the Garza Law Firm know the justice system inside and out. They utilize cutting-edge technologies and investigative methods to prepare your specific case. Before you plead guilty to any criminal charges, call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza. Put his number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty. Say Garza. 865-540-8300. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
You're listening to the Swain Event.
And you know this, man?
Eight 865-255-03 B Dry Waterproofing Hotline. Hour 1 is brought to you by Healer Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. You can follow them online, happyhealer.com, or on Twitter at happyhealer. Again, our telephone number is 865-255-03. If you want to give us a call here on the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Good eating over there at Dead End Barbecue.
When did they get those deviled eggs?
They just released those yesterday, actually. It is their small plate special, happy hour from 2 to 6. So,
Interesting.
Are you a deviled eggs fan?
Dude, I love deviled eggs, and I only get to eat them twice a year.
Why?
Just because I don't fix deviled eggs.
Be careful.
Let's get that out of the way.
Be careful, Ben. I know your mama listening. You better be careful.
I mean, it's the truth. She only really fixes them twice a year on Easter and for Thanksgiving.
Do you ask for them more than twice a
No,
year?
I don't.
Oh, well.
I'm not like blaming her for fixing them.
Sounds like
and plus, I don't live with her anymore, so.
Sounds like it. I mean, you go home
I mean,
a lot.
Growing up, I mean, there's usually a time or two in addition to Easter or Thanksgiving in which she would fix them, but it's not something like mashed potatoes that you have quite often, or green beans or something like that, mac and cheese.
You can do deviled eggs anytime.
I can go to Dead End.
They are, yeah. They are, I won't say they're labor intensive because, I mean, anything good that you cook at the house will take some effort. But, I mean, you can do it at home, Ben.
This is how much I love deviled eggs. I was driving back to Knoxville from Huntsville Sunday evening, and my mom sent me back with some food because she is just a beautiful, wonderful mother, as is my pops. He sent me back with food as well. That rest area, if you're going towards Huntsville, well, I guess you could say coming back from Huntsville, right before you get into Chattanooga, on your right when you're going through the mountains.
Yeah, the Welcome Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to take a leak, so I stopped, took care of my business, and then when I got back to the car, I ate the 2 deviled eggs that they sent back.
So you take a potty break on a 3-hour trip?
I had a lot to drink that day. I had like two of the big Gatorades. So, but that's how much I love deviled eggs, to the point where I will eat them as I'm stopped at a rest area.
I'm so disappointed in you, man. I'm judging you right now.
Why?
Because here's why. Parents with kids, you know how I feel. I know you feel the same way. The one thing you hate about a road trip is when you have kids who are like, Mommy, Daddy, I got a pee-pee. And you're rolling on the highway. You're 80. You're in a line that's hitting about 85. You're in a good line. And you're making good time. The music's going. You're in paradise. And then, Mommy, Daddy, I got a pee-pee. Oh. Oh, man. You got to pull over. You got to stop. It adds 15 minutes to your trip. And then, if it happens again, Mommy, Daddy, I got a pee-pee. That's another 15 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
but
30 minutes added to your trip. And here you are, no kids, you're not married yet, and in the car by yourself, you're taking a pee-pee. I'm disappointed.
Because I had to pee. This was a one-time ordeal. You can ask my parents. I refuse to stop on road trips unless I absolutely have to. You can ask my fiance. You can ask both my parents. You can ask my sister. Like, I always make fun of my mom for how many times that she stops, because she's got to stop to get her sweet tea with extra ice. She's got to stop at the Cracker Barrel to go in and use the restroom and might get some food. And I'm like, no, let's not stop. Let's just power through and get to where we're going. So this was a rare occasion for me to stop. I just powered through and hold it for as long as I could. But Easter Sunday, I had a nice Easter meal. So I drank quite a bit, not alcohol, but water, Gatorade, Coke, things of that nature. I had to pee, so I had to stop. And I was also worried that I was going to get stuck in traffic in Chattanooga because it was Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. I was worried that there were going to be a bunch of people going through there at once, and I'd get stopped in traffic.
Judging.
That's fine. I usually don't stop, so I'm cool with you judging me on this one.
I'm judging you. What's going on with Georgia football? Georgia recruiting. GBL in the text box simply just says UGA recruiting. Well, let's hold our britches here. Let's not get too excited. Ben, what is going on?
One member of Georgia's football recruiting office has been fired and another suspended for 30 days without pay, according to DogNation.com. Deja King, who is listed as Georgia's recruiting program coordinator on the team's website, was dismissed. And then, oh my word, Lukman Abdullahi, I don't know how to say this guy's name, who is the director of on-campus recruiting, has been placed on a 30-day suspension without pay. The reason for their actions and whether they are related are not known at this time. Athletic Director Greg McGarity said, I'm not talking about any personnel stuff. Regardless of what the position is, I just don't comment on personnel decisions or matters. Sorry. So they had two different people on staff. One was fired and the other suspended for 30 days without pay. And one was a female and one was a male. I don't know if maybe that has any correlation.
Oh, it's probably nothing. It's probably something harmless. I mean, those guys do everything above board there and by the book. I mean, those top recruiting classes, probably something minor. I'm pretty sure it's probably like a parking ticket, or, maybe these individuals are showing up late. Maybe something like that.
So you don't think
it's probably something minor.
So you don't think that this has anything to do with the fact that Georgia over the last 4 years has finished 6th, 3rd, 1st, and 2nd in recruiting?
Of course not, man. I mean, why wouldn't you want to live in the same city as TC and Athens? I mean, that is why Georgia's recruiting at a high level. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful area.
You have a great Uber driver if you need somebody to get you around town.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can go to Alabama, or you can go to Georgia. I mean, why would you want to go to Alabama right now when you can just go to Georgia? I mean,
yeah.
So probably something very minuscule. Probably something just so small, and it's probably just a non-story here. Nothing at all, right?
Right. It is interesting that, according to this article, the personnel actions come on the heels of what was thought to be an exceptional recruiting weekend for Georgia surrounding their spring game. Georgia received a commitment from 4-star offensive lineman. These names in this article are absolutely ridiculous. Akinola Ogun B.I. I have no idea how to say this name.
What you call me?
It sounds like I called him a bad word.
You called me a B.I.
Dude, let's see if you can pronounce it.
All right, cool. You can call me a B.I.
That's what I thought. Akinola. I think I got the first name down. Akinola Ogunbiyi, something like that. That was Sugarland, Texas. So he was a 4-star offensive lineman that Georgia received a commitment from, and then they also received a commitment from 4-star defensive back Jalen Kimber. So two kids from Texas committed to Georgia.
Hey, listen, man, there's just a lot of opportunities at Georgia right now. I mean, they have several players that declare for the draft. I mean, there's early playing time that they're selling. The weather's nice. I mean, I mean, hey, Atlanta's 45 minutes away, and you know, if you're trying to jumpstart your music career, that's a good place to go.
Get to hang out with Ludacris at the spring game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure something very, very small of why these guys and girls found themselves either getting dismissed or suspended without pay for 30 days.
Yes, it says Deja King, who was the recruiting program coordinator who was fired. She was just hired last May of last year. Obviously, a recruiting program coordinator serves as a liaison between prospective student athletes and the Georgia coaching staff and helps plan visits and set itineraries. She holds double degrees from Georgia in marketing and sports management. And then the other guy, who I don't know how to pronounce his name, has been with Georgia since 2013, but was named director of on-campus recruiting in 2016 after Kirby Smart became head coach. He's a graduate of Illinois. Abu Dhabi is what I'll call him. Abdullah received a master's in kinesiology from Georgia.
That stinks that, you would work for 30 days without pay. Maybe that young man can borrow some money from one of those 5-star recruits.
From Nolan Smith, who was driving around in the 2019 Ford Raptor.
Hey man, I know you got workouts today. Let me holler at you. Come to my office. Can you let me hold something, man? I don't get paid for another 30 days. Oh man. But
help a brother out.
Totally kidding though, because that does not happen in the SEC. Does not happen in college football. Kids pick schools because of the prestige, and they love the school, and they love the game. That's why they pick the schools. Okay.
Yeah.
Money is not involved. I don't care what the gentleman yesterday said under oath about all the payments to Penn State, North Carolina, and Alabama players. I just refuse to believe it.
Bryce Brown committing to Tennessee was legitimate. Never mind the fact that he's from Kansas and never took a visit to Knoxville.
Wrong.
Bryce Brown got to Tennessee the correct,
I don't know who
clean
I don't know.
way.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea who Bryce Brown is. I don't know what you're talking about. We got to take a break. 865-255-03, B-Drive Waterproofing Hotline.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
We have all made the mistake of dropping or breaking our smartphones. See? But did you know that you can have it repaired for a fraction of the cost that it takes to replace it? Well, you can, because iDrop is the area's leading mobile repair store, home of the 1 hour or less phone repair, 1 year parts warranty, and #1 customer service. Broken screens, cracked cameras, charging ports, batteries, you break it, we'll fix it. If you didn't break your phone, protect it with one of our leading accessories such as LifeProof, OtterBox, UAG, Incipico, Caseology, and Spec. Visit our West Hills location at 7115 Kingston Pike between Office Depot and Hardee's, or call 865-888-9740 and speak with our trained technicians to see how we can get your phone working today.
When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling because you'll know that you're in love.
It's freezing in here, Mary. What's wrong with your heater?
The repairman can't get here till next week.
Sugar, you've got the wrong guy. My guy is fast and has free heating service calls when he does the repair.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Hiller. Take advantage of a free service call with any repair.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
We're here with Dr. Mike Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, or instability, Achilles tendonitis, golfers or tennis elbow, do what I did and give them a call.
Yeah, Jason, we specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged ligaments, tendons, and joints, including things like rotator cuff injuries, knee instability, elbow problems, as well as foot problems like plantar fasciitis, Achilles, things of that nature, by injecting with stem cells and what's called PRP, or platelet-rich plasma. And this form of treatment we do under ultrasound, so we know we have our target. And it also stimulates the body's own reparative process, and this allows for the healing of damaged tissue. And as you well know, numerous professional and collegiate athletes, guys like Steph Curry, Tiger Woods, and even yourself with your ankle injury, have been using this form of treatment for years. And so we offer that same type of treatment here in East Tennessee.
Visit them on the web at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, East Tennessee's leader in regenerative therapy.
Craving flavors that don't take hours in the kitchen? Mrs. Grissom's cheese spreads and chicken salads are the perfect go-to. Ready-to-eat meals and snacks found in the meat or dairy section at your local grocery store. Whether you crave the classic Mrs. Grissom's pimento cheese or the gluten-free select varieties like the cranberry pecan chicken salad, enjoy small-town flavor in every bite. Select the best. Select Mrs. Grissom's.
I'm Vince Moore, wide receiver, VFL 1991, and you're listening to the Swain event.
Around the SEC, powered by 42nd Street Marketing, your game-winning play call for design, marketing, and branding.
All right, time for Around the SEC. That is brought to you by 42nd Street. Design42sd.com is their website, where they specialize in print design, logo design, and website design. Give Mike a call at 865-382-7007. All right, Ben, what do we have today for Around the SEC?
Dan Mullen is trolling Georgia